Hey everybody, this is Jaden Sinclair. In honor of the Super Bowl, I'm trying out Blood Bowl 2 today. Now, I've watched a bit of this a while ago, but I've never played it, but I've been meaning to because I'm a big fan of the Warhammer universe and whatnot, and it seems like an interesting game because I know it was adapted from a board game that was pretty popular. So, I really don't know much of how to play overall, but I'm just going to jump into a new campaign, which I have heard is supposed to teach you over the start of it.
Good evening to all you
So we'll
Cabal
get
Vision
going.
viewers out there in the old world and beyond. I hope your crystal ball is fully charged, and if not, find yourselves a wizard and chain him to it. Because the 25-13 season promises to be one hell of a show, doesn't it, Bob?
It sure does. Oh, and iron, Jim.
Iron what, Bob? Your shirt?
Chains, Jim. Iron chains for chaining up your wizard. Iron is best. It's harder to enchant than steel or silver. Oh, and don't forget to break their fingers as well.
Thank you, Bob. Yes, fascinating. And we may come back to that later. In the meantime, all you sports fans should keep it here on brand new Cabal Vision HD. But what about all you new viewers who are joining us for the first time? How would you explain a game of Blood Bowl to someone who hasn't experienced the joy and delight of it before, Bob?
Firstly, I'd say, under what toilet in the realm of chaos have you been hiding? Then I'd begrudgingly explain that Blood Bowl is a visceral, violent sport where two teams of players must get an inflated pig bladder or ball across a large field into the opponent's end zone by any means necessary to score a touchdown. The catch? There's only one ball, and the opposing team is trying to do exactly the same thing. The match lasts for 2 halves of 8 turns. The team with the most touchdowns wins.
Very nicely summed up, Bob. So, what about the teams? It promises to be an interesting season, especially for the Reichland Reavers. Let's remind ourselves by taking a quick look what happened in their final game last year.
Alright, so jumping into it.
This is the final game of last season. The Reavers versus the Cows die. Just look at those human lumps. Why ain't they moving?
A frozen spell. Could they not just let it all go?
Look at player 16, Josh Kirschner. He just stands there, lets that block horse smack him right in the kisser. Useless look.
They don't seem very sprightly in that troll either, do they?
I know. No wonder this team hasn't won anything in 20 games. There's only so many double skulls rolls you can take. Fans start claiming that's a load of steaming bull.
Ah, no, that was the Reavers' last public appearance, summing up 10 seasons of decline.
Why haven't they been fired yet, Jim? That's what I can't understand.
The word is, Bob, that J.J. Griswold Jr. hasn't got the cash to replace them.
Yeah? Oh, Griswold was once said to be even richer than you, Jim. He's now down to his last few pennies after paying the likes of Griff Oberwald his massive wage for several decades. I guess he'll just have to put up with using last season's dregs. Anyway, enough yapping. Let's see how they do in this preseason match.
Alright, so we are in charge of the Reichland Reavers, the underdog team, playing the big thing. Alright, and we're up against the Siegfriedhof Saints. Alright. So we're trying to win, score a touchdown to force the opposing team to concede the match. So we just need to get 1 touchdown, is that what it's saying? What happens if I click on this? Oh god, alright, brings me into some information. Since I don't know much about that yet, let's
Never
just jump
use
into the
the word
match.
friendly in connection with Blood Bowl, Jim. You'll end up getting sued for false advertising. Okay, let's take a look.
Welcome back, sports fans. And we've got an interesting match ahead of us. One where the sides are not evenly matched. Bob's quite excited, aren't you, Bob?
Thrilled, more like you. I love these uneven games. There's always so much blood.
one's in blue, it looks like. We've got them. Looks like we've got a bit of an advantage, maybe? I don't know, because we've got that really big guy. And they do not.
Cubies are a good team. They can pass, catch, hit, and run with the ball. It'll be interesting to see what game they bring today.
Alright. Oh, Helmut Zwimmer. Former coach of the Reavers, and I will assist you during your initiation. To give you a little help, I use my connections, and your first matches will follow simplified rules. Blood Bowl is a strategic sport, and all starts with good player positioning. Each player has a movement allowance characteristic, which indicates the number of squares that he may move. Each turn, each of your players can carry out an action. Select a player with left click. Alright. To move the camera, use the arrow keys of the keyboard or touch the edge of the screen with the cursor. Alright, and WASD works as well, thankfully. Alright, guess this guy's near the ball, so when you click on an empty...
Isn't that the legendary ex-coach, Helmut Zwimmer?
Sure is, Jim. Didn't you know? As a favor to JJ, Zwimmer's come out of retirement to mentor the new coach for the first few games.
And what about that incident that forced him to leave in the first place?
What? That tabloid sting in 04? Involving a pair of halflings, Jam, and a confused hippogriff? Oh, that was nothing. Nothing was proven. Even in retirement, Helmut's continued to be a loyal ally of the Reavers.
Well, he's certainly experienced, Bob. The new head coach should listen to his advice.
Alright, when you click on an empty square, the player carries out a move action, allowing to move as many squares as characteristic. Select an empty square and press left click to move there. Alright, so I'm at this guy. Is this his movement 6? Well, I kind of want to go over to the ball. All players can also move 1 or 2 additional squares, the squares with dice. It's called going for it. Don't overdo it because your player can fall over. Yeah, I know it's kind of dice-based. To deselect a player or cancel the declaration of an action, you can press right click. So if I do that... Alright. Let's go there.
Scoops up the ball with ease.
You picked up the ball. Now your objective is to carry it into the opposition end zone. You can try pass the ball to a teammate by clicking on him. Alright. Well, let's try it.
Quick pass here should do nicely.
Hey, they're moving the ball really well.
You can only make 1 pass per turn. You can also have the right. You also have the right to 1 handoff per turn. A handoff is a short pass to an adjacent player. All right. So I know these numbers all could mean bad things, but let's just kind of maybe run him over there. And do a short pass. Oh, nope. I was gonna say, can I do a short pass back to you? Yeah. All right.
Handed off and play continues uninterrupted.
All right. Let's go over here. Up, and I got knocked down. By Nuffler, you're not much good at a dodge. If you have difficulty passing behind your opponent's defense lines, do not hesitate to block in order to knock them down. Whenever a player leaves a tackle zone, the colored squares around opponents, he attempts a dodge. As you can see, the dodge action is a risky action that does not always succeed. Alright. Can I do things against them, I think? The aim of the block is to bring an opponent to a sudden stop. It is impossible to block with a player that has moved or has stood up. Select the opponent in contact with your player and press left click to block. Is that what I just did there, maybe? I still want to get someone, like, over here. I don't know what's going on. You... Oh, can I not move onto a space with a guy? Alright. I want to try running into there. Whoop! Oh, I clicked end turn instead of OK. Oh well. It's now up to the opposing team to play. As you can see, Blood Bowl is a turn-based game. Each player, yeah.
They're getting up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in
All
yours.
right. Stand a player up, select him and left click on him to open the action menu and choose stand up. You can also double click directly on him to stand him up. This costs 3 movement points. Alright. I'm assuming it isn't risky though. So I might as well start by standing my players. Let's see, wait, if I stopped with him, am I allowed to do... Okay, no, once I click off of him, it looks like I can't do anything more with them. Alright. Let's just try and take out... Oh, Blitz has to be declared at the start. Alright. How about you? Alright, got that down. And this guy... We'll have him go and try and knock these guys down.
This reminds me of the time you got bored and chained all the goblin technicians together to create a living mace.
Oh yeah. Now that was a weapon of mass reconstruction.
Trying to see, I want to move some of these guys up. That requires a bunch of dodging. You come over this way. Yeah. Alright, so we'll run him around there. Then this guy, I want to kind of go up here. It's going to kind of get my guys around where I'm planning on having my ball carrier to help defend him. I'm not sure how all of this works right now, so that would require dice to try to get up there. Maybe I'll try that in a second. Yeah, you can run up in there.
There's a couple pretty good players on the field, Jim. They're just hiding behind all the crappy ones.
Feel free to try different types of actions. After finishing with your players, you can end your turn. Yeah. Alright, and then you, I wanted to try to get up there. You made it. Alright. I think that's everyone, right? Yep. So on the turn there.
See Reaver, star player, and Captain Griff Oberwald on the field, Jim. And where's the mighty Zoggy? Why is he not ripping linemen's heads off their shoulders? I thought the violence quota was severely down. Why are they not here?
Haven't you heard, Bob? Ever since his men's fragrance, Gruff by Griff, flopped, he hasn't been seen all off-season. Rumor has it his investors are not happy and want their money back.
I tried some of that scent. What was he thinking? I'm an ogre, and even I couldn't stand the smell. I'd rather take a drag from a goblin's crotch than wear that. What about Zug? Why isn't he here?
Zug's so disgusted
Alright.
with Reaver's performance of late.
So let's
But if
try to
Reichland
take this
legend
guy
like
down
Helmut Zimmer is back in town, you never know.
so that I can get my ball carrier
The whole point of watching the Reavers is the
available.
glorious devastation and maiming left in Zug's wake. I love a good maiming, me.
I want trying to get this guy. Actually, let's just have you take him out. Then you have a very short distance you can go. The blitz allows the player to move and block. This action can only be carried out once per turn. Select a distant opponent and press left click to blitz him. Alright, let's do it.
Yeah, sounds like a good old-fashioned fight.
Alright. And you, I'm going to want to kind of run over there, I think. Let's get you up there. Then, whoop, nope. Done. Set up a screen around him.
They're building a cage around the ball here. It's a solid tactic.
Aha! It is a solid tactic. Thank you. Oh, I should have stood you guys up. Shouldn't I have? It's one of the opponents. Alright, you. Oh, I already used my blitz. Alright, well. You're just gonna kind of come up there. To kind of set up some walls. You. Ooh, okay, right. I was almost tripped, but I'm putting that guy over there so that I have someone to pass to if I need.
On the border of the pitch. If the player gets pushed into the crowd, well, the last time that happened, it took 3 days to piece the body back together.
Alright, so I guess that was a bad idea. Probably should have had him over there. It's kind of cool how they're using the commentary to provide tips throughout it. Alright. Let's see what happens here now. Alright, looks like we should be able to get an easy touchdown here now, so I guess just gonna run him in.
An extremely fast pass. The other team must wake up.
Alright, so, I know that was showing me just very basics, because we didn't even get to see any of, like, the dice rolls.
Looks like the Saints are chicken eyes. Reavers win by default. That's the only game they win all season, I would be.
Alright, so they've conceded, we automatically win by 2 touchdowns. Alright, interesting to know.
Well, would you look at that? The Reavers won.
Yeah, but the Saints whipped out early.
Hold on, Bob. I have shocking news. JJ has fired the whole Reavers squad.
Not that shocking, Jim. Griswold's having a clear out before the 25-13 season gets underway. One default win against no-hopers like the Saints ain't gonna cut it. He should have done it sooner.
So if the whole squad's been sacked, where's this new coach going to find his team, Bob?
JJ's a cunning old devil, Jim. My contacts say he can get a whole squad of fresh-faced wannabe new players from the rejects found on that reality Cabal Vision show, Reichland Ain't Got Talent.
It sounds like a risky strategy to me, Bob.
Risky, Jim? I've seen snotlings come up with more competent plans.
Alright. It's time to recruit a new team and sign with a sponsor. Access your team's management page by clicking via its emblem. Alright, your first friendly match went off fairly well. Now, to attack the regular season, try to make a good showing with your new squad. We've got to hire a new roster, at least 11 players, and sign a contract with a sponsor. Click into here. Team's treasury, top right, allows you to build your squad. Start recruiting players by clicking a blank card. Alright, so I've got 910,000. All gold beyond 150k gold pieces counts for the team value. Interesting. Alright, so let's buy a player. You're about to recruit a team to restore the image of the Reichland Reavers. The team is made up of at least 11 players. Try to build a balanced group with all types of positions. For example, 2 catchers, 1 thrower, 2 blitzers, 1 ogre, and a maximum of linemen. Okay. Well, that was a suggestion that they gave us, so maybe I do that. So let's buy a catcher. Oh, and I have maximums here. Alright. So actually, let's look at these. So I don't... what do all those stats mean? I know it's... oh, that's probably movement, strength, agility, and... armor? If I remember, like, my Warhammer stuff correctly is probably... Alright, so let's see. These guys are stronger. These guys are faster. The difference between these. Picking up the ball and throwing, alright. You're not quite as fast, but you're stronger, and skills block. And then we've got a big guy who's slower, but a lot higher in strength, but not as agile. And if that's correct, oh, can I like change their names? It looks like there maybe. All right. Well, we got the 2 catchers, a thrower, 2 blitzers, an ogre. All right. I mean, that brings me to 11, right? And that was kind of what they had just recommended there.
How's
Confirm
this
purchases.
new coach doing so far, Bob?
Well, they managed to put some names in the roster so far, Jim. I wouldn't call them contenders for the Chaos Cup.
Given the current situation of the team, no serious sponsor will sign us. Parstown 13? Is that how it's supposed to be? Or has contacted us and maybe our only chance. Go to the club tab to get a sponsor.
The stadium is like a second home for a
Alright.
team.
Let's sign a contract. That's the only one. Makers of products for bell polishers.
Deal's done, contract signed.
Alright, now the team has signed its contract, we can start our qualifying matches. Return to the lobby. Alright.
Now, that wasn't in 12-point Helvetica, I can tell you.
Prove the value of your new players by defeating the Death Heads. Do I want... So I'm good with these players, right? Alright. Let's play the match.
Excited as a snotling in a pump wagon, Jim. If the rumors are true, the Reavers have finally got a sponsor. Well, subject to contract negotiations.
That's true, Bob. It's not set in stone yet. But the newly reformed NAF are certainly putting pressure on them to get funding. Gone are the days when any Targ, Dieter, or Harbinger can turn up with a team of nobodies. With Cabal Vision HD comes money. So you'll need the gold to get in. Even a franchise with as much history as Reichland. So, who have they got?
An outfit called Parstown X3.
Never heard of them.
They manufacture bell polishing cream. They're not big corporate players, Jim. That's a sponsor the Reavers wouldn't even have considered in their heyday. But beggars can't be choosers.
Alright.